aunt. Actually, I was coming down the lift in the hotel this morning next to a Dalek girl, which was really cool. It took us a second to register each other, and we both just went, ah!
She was like, oh, that's a really good Amy Pond. And you're like, I know. I mean, your characters are, and it happened almost instantaneously, like Kissogram Amy was like right there. You know, when and right here, right there. I go to cons all over the place, and that version of her, that first image that we get of her, it instantly became iconic. I mean, what is it like for you to look out and see a sea of Amelia Ponds?
I'm loving all the ginger hair. Yay!
Why do gingers get so much crap in England? We love them here.
I think it's because we're rare and unique. People are just a little intimidated.
Arthur, what about you, man?
Hey, this is so much of that. Like, kind of walk into rooms and there's, I mean, like, we're all losing our voice. We had to have some throat sweets earlier on to soothe our voices because we've just spent the whole time going, and it just kind of brings, I still hear it when I'm sleeping, just kind of people screaming, but it's, you know, it's amazing. And yeah, let's say that you can be in the lift, you're just like, oh, hey Batman, how's it going? It's been very cool.
Well, you've done, I mean, you know, again, I know, again, we've had this conversation before, but I think it's such a testament to you and the character of Rory that, you know, we're so used to the dynamic of the Doctor and his companion, and then some sort of, you know, in some cases, some sort of a romantic tension or something going on in it. But the fact that, you know, there's this sort of like triad of awesomeness that you are sort of the companion's companion, and people love you guys as a unit. And they were mad that you were taking her away from him. Like it just, they were also so on board for you as a character.
Yeah, no, the response is, I mean, it's all down to Stephen making it up and making it so brilliant. But you know, we've loved the way that the dynamic between the three of us has progressed kind of throughout the show and developed. And
there's so much in this brain I want to take out to see how it works.
Yeah, do it.
It'll be a crushing disappointment. Bugger all in that.
But you know, obviously, the big news this year is that we are saying goodbye to the pond.
No.
Yeah. All of the pond.
When that news broke, and I saw. I think I've sort of become like the Doctor Who therapist online with people. All these people are like, what's happening? How can the pond be going away? And I had to say to people, listen, it sucks for us. It's sad. We love the ponds. We don't want them to go anywhere. But this is how the show works. Yeah. You know, we love people and we have to let them go. So what was it? I mean, that's how the show has managed to live for, you know, 5 decades. But can you tell a little bit about, you know, like what that was like for you emotionally, knowing that the time was coming?
You didn't stop crying.
I didn't stop crying for 2 weeks. In between takes, anything was setting me off.
Yeah.
Pictures set me off.
Broccoli.
The broccoli, tender stem broccoli. I didn't hold it together, I've got to be honest.
The thing is, it's been such a huge part of our lives. It's changed our lives. But
yeah,
it was so exciting to film those final moments though, because they are great. I mean,
and film them with the weeping angels as well, which was just like, you know, he's done a great job of it's a climactic and fitting, and I think a brilliant end to what has become, in my mind, and I'm a bit biased, but my 2 favourite companions, you know. So I'm glad to see the back of them, really.
You're gonna miss us.
Yeah, they're out. They're gone. See you later.
Wait a minute. Now you say that now, but we were in the elevator and you turned to them and you went, "Hey, didn't you guys used to be on Doctor Who?"
I did it for effect. Listen, I haven't forgiven you for turning up in number 10 last night.
That wasn't mine. I don't know what happened. I was kidnapped. But again, I think, you know, people really need to understand that when you're working, you're in Cardiff, you're sort of isolated and you live in this bubble and you guys work insane hours and you're just all on top of each other's lives all the time. So this really is like, I mean, as hard as it is for you guys and for us to see you go, I know that it's hard for you guys to separate as well.
Yeah.
Don't sound too sore.
No, I was being earnest. I am really sad.
Yeah. Well, I want to take a quick moment to run a clip of some of the finer moments of Amy and Rory. Still really hot. Still really hot. I gotta say, as an old lady, still really hot. Still really hot. I mean, I know there's really not a lot you can say about. Well, first of all, I also Caroline Skinner. What has the season been like for you so far?
It's been incredible, absolutely incredible. I mean, it's you know, huge episodes. We've had Daleks, we've had Weeping Angels, we've been to New York, we've shot an episode in Spain. It's just been absolutely epic. But you know, saying goodbye to these guys was the big one, really. Like literally, Karen did nothing but cry for 2 weeks. We ran out of tissues. I mean, it was no, it's amazing. Absolutely, there's nothing like Doctor Who.
As you're writing, are you just sort of like, your fingers get heavier where you're like, I don't want to have to, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Is it sort of that feeling?
That episode, it was a tough one to write. I think I was actually quite relieved when I managed to finish it. And it actually sort of made sense. Yes, it was very, very difficult to know that, because it's not just fiction you're ending. You're actually ending a real life experience. Working with Karen and Arthur was absolutely coming to an end, and I thought I'd written my last words ever for Amy and Rory. Of course I hadn't. There's always something else.
Sure.
But you know, it was genuinely, properly sad.
Are you allowed to, in any way, kind of give us a sense of, you know, what kind of an ending we might be seeing? Is it any?
Take a guess, Chris.
Oh no. Oh, if I know Stephen Moffat, heads will roll. But I do think that is the fun thing about the show, is that because it's a show that takes place anywhere in space and time, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Well, you mean the way the ending?
I'd say there's no way to write them out completely, right?
You're right. You're right.
Okay. Well,
I hope you enjoy the episode, Chris.
That's going to be a hard one, you know? I mean, it's going to be a really hard one. I put off watching Anne of Time for like a month.
And you've kept the outfit, Cliff.
but as soon as but again, this is the point that I want to make, is that we say goodbye to people that we love, but we form new relationships with new people that we love too.
Are you still talking about Doctor Who, or have you gone off?
Well, it's just, there's a very special lady here today in a Xena costume, and I just wanted to make her the happiest. I'm not kidding. But I do think it's important to note that we trust you. We trust you, that, you know, that whatever it is that you do, we're gonna follow you and trust that, you know, that you're not gonna damage our hearts for too long. You know, you have our hearts in your hands.
Yes. Why do you trust me? What have I ever done to earn that?
Because you write awesome stuff.
Yeah.
That's why
it's very upsetting.
Caroline, what
I'm reassuring enough.
Yes.
I don't trust him.
Wow. What are your kind of favorite storylines, Caroline? Do you like historical, or do you like future? Do you like space? Do you like aliens? Like what do you prefer?
Oh God, I love them all. I don't know. I mean, if I think. Probably the historical ones, because I think there's something so magical about time traveling back into the past. You know, I love the episodes that we've just made, because they're all so different from each other, and I think that actually that's the thing that I love the one that I'm going to watch next. I suppose that's the thing. You kind of go, they're huge, these episodes, and I love them all for different reasons.
Yeah, Matt, what's your favorite?
Well, you know, I mean, again, but you know, to pick up on your point, I think it's absolutely right that the show is the star, and the show will continue without us, without, dare I say, Stephen, without, you know, because that's the thing that we're here to serve, and that's what we do, and it is about regeneration, and it is about welcoming in Jenna and a new era and a new time, and you know, that's what's exciting. But I think, yeah, it's what I like is that each week it can be anything, and you're not bound by genre, and that you can tell a horror story one week or a sort of rom-commy story the next, and it can afford invention and inventiveness, and you know, it's sort of limitless really. But I quite like going back in time, I like going forward in time. I like everything really. I don't know. You like going to the future, don't you?
I like when we learn something about the cat, like about something we're really familiar with.
Like golf, for instance.
Yeah, or no, but I like the TARDIS girl.
Yeah, right, okay.
Idris and all that.
Oh, Neil Gaiman, yeah.